Welcome to the Thister podcast. Cue the imaginary intro. Hope you love it. So cute and clever. Still looking for ideas. So if you have any of them, send them over. My name
If
is
you want to
Linda.
do, if you want to do our jingle, holla.
Yeah, if you got like a good speaking voice or singing voice,
Holla.
your producer, we're open to exchange for dental work and dates. My name is Linda, and this is my sister, Melissa. Say hi, Melly. So cute.
Hi.
So
Thank you.
we start this podcast episode is my sister's idea. So if it's not funny, le dicen a ella.
Thank
It,
you.
what's your idea? Tell them what this podcast episode's about.
I just Googled a bunch of ask random questions, but they're not your typical like tell me a fun fact about you or like something like no. What's your favorite color? No, it's random ask questions. So the topics are or the topic
Wait.
of this podcast is random ask questions.
Random ask questions. So that's what it is. But we start every podcast with a little life update. I'll go first. I got a haircut just now, like right before this podcast. I cut another inch off that I think grew because my hair grows super fast. I'm going to go to my tennis lesson with Elle in a bit. What are you drinking?
A protein. Mocha latte
I
slate.
have some matcha that's settled.
Cheers.
Cheers. So I don't have much going on today. I didn't go to work today. I just ran errands, nail appointment, hair appointment, went to the bank, just all that stuff, catching up on laundry.
Speaking of hair,
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about getting hair extensions.
I had told her not to do it and just get some clip-ins so when she feels like she needed volume, because she just wants volume, she doesn't want length. But I told her if she wants to do it, go for it.
Yeah. Anybody gotten hair extensions before? Let me know your experience. I heard that it doesn't thrash your hair. I heard they're not a lot of maintenance, that you get them done every 3 months. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. So I'm sold. I was like, I want
I've
fuller
heard
hair.
I've
Mis
heard that
desgreñitas.
I've heard the exact opposite, that they're expensive, they're a lot of maintenance, and they thrash your hair. But I've never had any, so who am I to
Who's
judge?
ever had hair extensions, please let me know. Please message me because we should also add our Insta plug. I'm pretty sure the people that listen to this know, but still.
Yeah, like there's
If
one
you've gotten hair
episode.
extensions, please DM me at Melissa Busty.
I need to clarify because there was one episode, I think it was the first or the second, where I'm like, you guys obviously know me, but I didn't mean like everybody knows who we are. I meant like usually I think the listeners are already followers. But when I heard that episode, which I don't listen to any of them, but I heard that it sounded like I think that everybody knows who we are. And I was like, oh my God, I hope they know what
Obviously,
I
it's
meant.
haunting you if you had to clarify.
It did. It was like cringe. It made me cringe. So that was just my clarification for my own peace of mind. But
Mm-hmm.
let's get this. So hair extensions, shorter hair, that's our life update. Nothing grand. So
Um,
start with your
well,
questions, girly.
Today's Thursday, April 10th. You got any plans this weekend?
I said in my other life update that we're leaving to Beverly Hills to pick up
Oh, to pick
Sasha.
up your kitty,
Every time I say it, I feel like you have to say it like in that voice. To pick up the
which
cat,
I'm
but
still not okay with.
it's a quick trip because Papi has a baseball game Saturday, so we want to make it back in time because Ever's coaching, and then he missed so many during spring break. So it's just like
Is
a
he going to
quick
make
trip,
Puppy cry? Is he going to make Puppy cry the way that he makes?
probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Dad of the year.
And that's it. And then Sunday, I'm hoping for a low key rot day. I am going to Pilates, but after that, I really am looking forward to rotting, like a hard rot.
I
Like
have no plans this weekend. I'm going to chill here home. I'm going to semi-rot.
you should come. You should
Um,
come home if you don't have plans then with your family.
this is my home.
That's your
You're always
house. That's your house. This is your home. There's a difference. That's
anyway,
where you live.
I'm
This is your home.
please let me know what I should watch because White Lotus is done. I saw that show Runner Up. So good with what's her name? Kate Hudson. I was going to
Kate
say
Hudson.
Kendra Scott. Kate Hudson.
Yeah, it
10 out
was
of 10 if
funny.
you haven't seen it.
I liked it.
Very
It was like
humorous.
it's lighthearted, humorous. I liked it.
Hmm. Elias wants to watch because I haven't seen, he likes to show me the old movies. I call them old, they're like in the 80s, 90s.
They're not even the
He
80s.
wants
They're
to
like
show
90s
me,
and 2000s.
but I'm just like, dude, I was born in 95. Like, that's what you get for dating someone younger than you. But anyway, he wants to show me Casino this weekend because Runner Up or Runner Point, whatever it's called, there's certain scenes that they quote Casino. Have you seen it? Is it good?
Casino's very good. Very, very good.
Okay, well, that's what I'm gonna watch this weekend, and then we have some Easter egg hunt event, extravaganza or whatever.
You're gonna
Yeah,
make me an
that's about
Easter
it.
basket. You're gonna make me an Easter
I'm gonna
basket,
make the kids. Sandy's gonna make the kids.
and you make me one, and
Should we
Santi can
make
make
each
the
other
kids.
like a sister edition Easter basket?
How about you just make me an Easter basket? Because
No,
I'm
pues
way
qué
older.
bonito,
I'm like way older than
qué
you. I
bonito.
feel like
¿Y qué tiene?
okay. We'll talk about this later. I have to work on the kids' Easter
Sitting here,
baskets.
it's bothering me.
I thought I was over the Easter basket like situation with my kids, but Elle's the one that's like adamant. The amount of memes she sent me, I told her I'm gonna get your Easter basket with toilet paper, tuition, school lunch,
Culera eres.
Clorox wipes, Swiffer.
I'm gonna
But
make
yeah,
Santi one.
I am gonna make her one. I do enjoy making it. I think I just haven't had time to like think about a theme. And
I
Papi's forever
haven't.
Sonic.
I'm not there yet because he's a baby, But should I be making him one already?
No, don't. If I could go back, I wouldn't waste my time until they know what's up
Or money?
or money exactly.
I'm so excited though. I'm gonna dress him up as a little pollito.
Because she got him this Halloween costume, this Pottery Barn chicken one, but it was too big, so Easter it
So
is.
excited.
Hmm.
So let's
Start with
begin
your
our
questions. Yeah.
random ass Q&A.
Okay, go.
Okay. What the forks for dinner?
What does
What are you
that
making
mean?
for dinner? Are you making
Oh,
dinner or you
are they
eat
all
out?
gonna be like cheesy written, cheesy like that?
No. No.
Okay, please, because we're already off to like a weird start. I'm already not feeling this.
Okay, go.
Dinner, I actually don't know. The only thing I have is ground turkey that's to cook. So I'm probably gonna make either spaghetti or like the ground turkey with the veggies and rice. That's it. It's Thursday. What are you making?
Okay.
Or what's for dinner?
I'm gonna go for a friend's house. What the forks for dinner?
What the
Um,
forks
I'm
for
going to
dinner?
a
Please
friend's
don't make
house
that a
and
thing.
she's making birria ramen
Oh, I
and I'm
thought that
just
was
showing up.
yesterday.
No, yesterday I made acuérdate the shrimp lemon scampi pasta, and I
Oh,
was like, the recipe requires white wine, so I poured myself a glass of white wine.
mm, I love that
Do
for
you do
you.
that when it requires wine? You
I
drink
do.
wine?
I do that all the time. But I can't let Elsie because if she sees that I'm cooking with like vodka or white wine, she won't have it. She
She's
thinks
already
she's gonna
lit.
get drunk. Yeah. And I'm like, Mommy, it evaporates, like the alcohol evaporates, but I think she thinks I'm
Well, I
lying.
remember también when I was pregnant, I had someone that made us tiramisu, and then what's the liquor that's in it?
The
There's
one
some
I made,
liquor in the. No, not yours. Someone else made one.
traditional tiramisu doesn't have liquor.
Well, whatever one she made, she's like, I made sure it doesn't have liquor, and I'm like, but
Thanks,
anyway,
girly.
next
What's the next
next
question?
question. If your child was named after what you craved while pregnant, what would their name be?
In and out.
So L,
Both of them.
first L.
In a
Both of
burger,
them.
in
And
and out.
L would be
That
in, papi out.
would be out. That was my one and only craving was in and out. What would yours
Mine
be?
was mineral water
Mineral water.
with lime and salt.
Oh
So
wow.
Santi's name would be mineral water. Um,
Okay.
show us the last pic in your camera roll.
Oh my God. You're gonna have to describe it because not everybody watches it. I'm scared.
This is my last pic in the camera roll. It's a screenshot that I sent Linda of a dress for a wedding.
Mine is the sassy seal where I got my hair cut. I said no, that I don't like that dress.
Okay, for the people, a ver, aquí, mi gente. Isn't there a difference between a gringo wedding versus a Mexican wedding?
Yes, what you wear.
It's
And that's the gringo wedding dress. That's what I told her. I go,
a little bit more casual,
it's like a
a little
okay
bit
dress.
sundressy.
It's a yeah, it gives white gringo wedding. Wait, there's
And then
nothing
versus
wrong with,
Mexican,
but
it's
this is a
fucking ball
Mexican,
gowns.
but this is a Mexican wedding de noche. Like you're gonna be underdressed, and there's no worse feeling in the world for me than being underdressed.
Fine. Okay. Show us the last song searched on Spotify. What's the last thing you searched?
Let me see. Probably the podcast, but let me see.
Mine is Lullabies for Baby Sleep 2025.
Minus Survivor from Destiny's Child because let me tell
Which one
backstory.
won?
No backstory. When we were on the plane flying to Cabo, the first flight, I didn't notice how anxious Elle was, and I'm looking at her, and she's like nervous, and I'm like, "What's
See?
wrong, mommy?"
You didn't
Yeah,
tell me
she's
this.
freaking out because you know how the planes have been falling out of the air and landing backwards and all that stuff. Well, she sees all that stuff, so she was freaking out. So when the flight was over and we're getting off the plane, I was playing Survivor and she was like dying of it once. She was so embarrassed that I was playing Survivor. She was fine on the way home, but she was very nervous when it was taking off. Like she was not
Oh, that's
okay.
sad.
And she
I
wasn't
didn't
an
know this.
anxious flyer. I think it's just because of all the stuff that's been
Everything
going
that's
on in
going
the
on.
news. But yeah, that's why I had Survivor.
And I have Lullabies for Babies.
Next
Next
question.
question. If you got to choose your name, what would it be?
Mm, I like my name.
Tell them the backstory of your name.
I wish there was a really good backstory, but there's not. Like I was supposed to be a boy, and the ultrasound I was a boy. My baby showers was blue. Like I was a boy. They were gonna name me after my dad, Juan de Dios. And then I was born. I guess in the '80s, ultrasounds weren't as exact. And then when I was born, they're like, surprise, it's a girl." And I have an aunt named Linda. And she was my mom's little sister. She's the baby. And she was like, "Well, name her after me." 'Cause she was little. I think she was like, I don't know, like junior high age. So they didn't have a name, so they just named me Linda. That's it. No middle name, nothing.
I'll give
I
the
do.
backstory on mine.
Oh,
But
yours
finish
has
you.
a way better
Finish you.
backstory. That's it. I wish there was something cool, but I do like my name. I don't mind my name.
I like my name too. But
You're welcome. You're
no,
welcome.
thank you. I was gonna be named Jesusa.
Jesusa.
Because
Chuya.
my dad's name's Jesus. And he's like, I need a Jesusa. And I'm like, yeah, dad, like he has a lot of kids. Like there's 10 of us, I think. I lost count. And there's a lot of Jesuses and
That we know
Joses and
of.
Jose Jesus that we know of. And so he's like, I want a Jesusa. And my mom was cool with it. And then Linda, I guess, cried. Machine, like you are
I
not going to name my
I
sister
mean, I
Jesus.
didn't cry, but I was like, no, because one, I didn't even love the idea of having a sister. And then having a sister named Jesusa, I was like, oh, hell no. So they knew I was already like not thrilled with the idea of becoming a sister. I was jealous. I was 11. So I was like, no, we're not naming her Jesusa. And I think your dad is like a peace offering. He let me pick the name. And Melissa was one of the names that my mom liked on her own, like that she chose. So she had a list. I don't remember what it was, but Melissa was the one that I thought was like the best suited. But you could have been a Jesusa. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
sister, for
If I
saving
weren't
me.
a thrown a little bitch fit, you would have been named Jesusa.
Imagine que pinche vergüenza. I mean, if your name's Jesusa, love that for you.
We apologize. I there's some names that like masculine names that they make feminine, like Roberta or like there's some that work, and but Jesusa does not
Ain't
work.
it?
Jesusa does not work. I apologize to all the Jesusas of the world, but it ain't it.
Next question. Do you have a secret talent?
I don't think so. I
I'm
think
trying
it's
to
all
think.
out. All my talents are out there.
Yeah, I'm an open book.
I can do
I'm
this
trying to
noise.
think. Oh, fuck. Do it again. That sounds like a dolphin.
That's my secret talent. It's my tricks.
Do you think I have a talent? A secret
No,
talent?
absolutely not.
I'm trying to think.
I you know I
I
think
feel like when I wrote this question down, it was because
you
like
knew
I
what you were
wanted to
gonna
say a
say.
secret talent.
No, I don't think you have any secrets or talents.
Gotcha.
just, just kidding.
Anyway, next question. I have muchos. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
See?
Yeah, you got the bread, you got the meat inside, you put sauces. It's a sandwich.
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
I'm not a hot dog person. I
What?
don't like wieners. I don't.
You don't like wieners? Okay, look. I don't like a hot dog, but I like dogos. There's a difference between dogos, like a Mexican hot dog, versus a hot dog, you know? Like if you're gonna invite me to a barbecue, I don't want a hot dog. But if we're gonna go to La Carretita across the street from my mom's house por un dogo in San Luis, like I want a
You're
dogo.
down. I'm
Yeah.
not a hot. I just don't like the weenie. Like it just doesn't do it for. Even when you wrap it in bacon, like I'll eat it obviously if I'm hungry and
I
that's
know,
what they're
yo
having.
también.
But I'm not. No, no, no me gusta. Neither are my kids. Oh, well, you know what? I like a corn dog.
I don't like a corn dog. That
I
shit's
like a
fucking
corn dog
disgusting.
with like mustard. Oh, that sounds good.
I'm bothered.
Next question.
What is the best ice cream flavor of all times? What ice
Mm,
cream are you always gonna get? Like, let's say you go to Thrifty.
okay, well, of the classics, I think a Rocky Road or a pistachio for me. But I did recently try that Strauss Farms, the lemon cookie, and I still to this day I'll die on the cliff that or mountain or whatever that's the best ice cream flavor ever. But it was seasonal, it's gone. So if we're just talking like normal Thrifty or Baskin
Hmm.
Robbins, I'd say Rocky Road or pistachio. ¿Tú?
I like butter pecan. Soy
Oh
una
my
viejita.
God. You're an
Soy
old
una
lady.
viejita. I love
Butter?
butter pecan.
It's too sweet for me.
I like it. It's
Okay,
sweet and salty.
next question. Viejita.
Have you ever done a prank?
No, but you have.
I've done many.
I'm not
That
a
can be a
prank.
whole
I'm not a
episode.
prankster. I'm not a
You've
prankster.
never done a prank, nothing with your friends or with that you were in a group and they did it, but you were there. Qué
Uh-uh.
aburrida.
Well, I mean,
Neta.
I'm sure, but nothing that like stands out. I can think of ones that you done on me that pissed me the hell off that were very immature.
Like
Like
what?
when you told the entire internet that I was
Oh yeah.
pregnant
Yeah.
on
On
Facebook.
Facebook.
It was before I had kids. Like she broke into my thing and said I was pregnant, and I felt bad because it'd
How
been
old
up for
was I? How
so
old was
long.
I?
You were in high school, I think,
No, I was gonna be in
junior
high school. I
high.
was in eighth grade. Yeah.
So she was in eighth grade and she wrote on my Facebook. This is before Instagram, before whatever. I didn't have kids. I was newly married. She wrote that I was pregnant and the amount of congratulations I got. And then people tell me, oh my God, I've been trying to have a baby. I'm pregnant. I haven't told anybody. Like, and then I had to tell all these people. I still get the memory every fucking year where I'm like, I'm sorry, my bitch ass little sister hacked my Insta because I was so upset.
I think I googled like a ultrasound picture and I included an ultrasound photo.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've done
But
many pranks, but the one that stood out to me was when I put Pika Pika on my eighth grade teacher. Do you know what
you tell
Pika
them what
Pika
pica
is?
pica is. No, I
Okay,
do, but
it's like fiberglass, right? That they sell.
it's essentially fiberglass. Yeah, it itches. It's like itching
So they
powder.
sell in Mexico. They sell them. I don't know if they still do, but they used to sell them at the fair.
Like yeah,
I want to
like
know who allows this.
like where they have the magic tricks and the pranks and stuff. They sell it, and it's
Fiberglass.
just fiberglass, like ground up fiberglass.
So I bought some Pika Pika, and I remember I took it to school with me, and I went, teacher, teacher, and I patted her arm like, can I please use the restroom? And de cabrona, I had the Pika Pika in my hand, and she was just the whole afternoon in class. Sorry,
Were you
Miss Rush.
laughing?
Sorry,
Sorry,
Miss Rush.
Miss Rush.
And then that same day, I put Pika Pika. I didn't do it, but I gave it to one of the boys, Frank shout out Frank Malik, to put it on the toilet seats. So to put it on the boys' toilet
Oh
seats, the
God.
Pika Pika.
And she went to like a very strict Catholic school, the same school my kids go to.
That's why I'm so embarrassed when Elle says like she's so proud.
That
Like
she's
my tia
related
went
to
to the
you.
school.
And a lot of the people still work there. Like it's a very old
Mhm.
school and it's like nobody once you work there, I feel like nobody leaves. So no, I did not do any of that stuff. Next
I did
question.
many, but that's
You,
like for a whole nother episode. What is your favorite smell?
I like a citrus. I like lemony citrus because it smells clean, crisp, and makes me happy. Elle's favorite smell random is purple fabuloso. If I get anything that's not purple, she knows immediate because I like the lemon one. And the only reason I still buy the lavender one is because she loves it. Like that's her favorite scent.
Hmm.
You?
I think the first thing that came up to my head is Little Caesars.
Oh my God. I do
It's
like
funny
the smell
because
of pizza, but are you hungry, gordita?
no, no, but you know when you walk by a Little Caesars,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not even my favorite pizza. It's not even a good. It's not a bad pizza, but it's not like, oh my
I
god, I want
like
Little
of like
Caesars.
the like cheaper commercial pizzas. I like a Little Caesars pizza, but it has a very distinct style, like Subway. Like you can always smell Subway, Cinnabon. Like they all have their like very distinct
So
scent.
that's my favorite smell, Little Caesars.
Okay. Said no one but you.
Um, if you could have a superpower,
If
what
I
would it
could have
be?
superpower, mm, damn, I don't know. I should know this. My kid's obsessed with superheroes.
Hmm.
Shape shifting, that'd be kind of fun.
What do you mean shape
Like,
shifting? What the
like
fuck does
turn
that
into
mean?
somebody else, like where you can change how you look. Like you can look
And
like
that's what it's
somebody.
called, shape shift?
Yeah, yeah, girl. You don't watch like Marvel, X Men?
Mm-mm. I'd fly. I'd want to fly.
I wouldn't want to fly.
Why not? Are you afraid
Mm,
of heights?
no,
Are you
but
afraid
like
of anything?
no, nothing.
I see. You straight up G.
I'm straight up G. It's on my bio. It's true.
Have you ever fell or ate shit?
Yes, and when I was pregnant, fun fact: when I was pregnant, when both my kids is when I fell the most. I think because my center of gravity is was so off. Because I'm like more like petite and short. I don't know. I was always falling on my ass when I was pregnant. Though,
Which one's
yeah,
like, can you
the
describe like your
yes,
worst one?
the worst one was so I have a basement and there's it's carpeted and I was going downstairs. We had just got this. I would have been in this house for like a year, I think, or 2 years. And I was going down the stairs and I fell on my ass, but I slid all like I went down every step like all the way down. And when I got to the bottom, I cried, but because I was so angry at myself because it was such a dumb like comedic
Ay,
like
thank God
fall,
nada te pasó y nada
and
tu
I was
baby.
yeah, and I was so pregnant, like I was hella pregnant, and I went every step. Though you fall all the fucking time.
I fall all the fucking time. But
I
the
feel like
one that I remember to this day, and I have battle scars on my elbows. Ahí está. You can see them. Me and my best friend Kenya fell that same day. So I think there was some brujeria going on that day. And I blame my nana. Back to my nana. Everything's back to my
oh
nana.
my god, we
So
need
Kenya,
therapy.
my friend Kenya, in the morning, she called me. She was like, oh no, the hospital called me. The hospital, the banner from Tucson was like, "Hi, are you Kenya's Garcia's best friend?" And I was like, "Yeah, who's this?" And they're like, "Hi, this is like whatever from the Banner Hospital. You're her emergency contact, and we just wanted to let you know she got in a little accident. She's okay, but if you can come, the fuck are you doing?"
Multitasking, keep going.
No mames. Anyway, so they're like, "Oh, she got in a little car accident, but she's okay. If you can just come in and like pick her up and everything, so they can release or dispatch her, but you need to take her to the dentist because she lost a few teeth." And I'm like, "What the fuck? She lost a few teeth." But anyway, I show up and she cut open. So she got in a bike accident. So college town, super bike friendly, but apparently not that friendly because se estampó con un carro. Un carro was going to turn right and she didn't see that it signaled and it was green light. So she went straight, tómatelas. Like, fell, opened her
I haven't heard
chin,
that
lost
in a
some
long time.
teeth, and
Tómatelas.
it was really bad. It was really bad. So I took her to the dentist and yada yada yada. Not Linda's dental office because it had to be all done in Tucson because of the insurances and there was a lawsuit. Yes, anyway, the next day I I fell. I was running on Fourth Ave. Whoever's from Tucson, I was running from my dorm to the rec center. The rec center is the gym. Andaba en mi fit era. And I worked out and then I was running back. Andaba toda cansada from my workout and I'm still running back to my apartment. Busy ass street. And I'm running by a school and there's gravel. There's gravel. Gravel gets slippery on the sidewalk. I don't fall. I eat shit like feo. Like my what's it called? My shoulders busted, my stomach, like big old rash, like mal pedo, and gente pitándome. And like, I don't know if like, are you okay pitando or laughing at me? I got up
Probably
so
get out the
fast.
way. Get out the way. They were
I got up so fast because of the adrenaline. So ya sabrás, pero todo bien, estamos bien. Gracias a Dios.
we lost a few neurons, but you out here.
Yeah, but we out here.
Next question.
Last meal on death row.
Oysters and champagne. That was easy. A half
Mine
a
would be
dozen
the
oysters and champagne.
just half. Why don't you go for
Yeah,
the full dozen? You're
because
gonna
I
die.
can't. I've tried to eat the full dozen sola, and I felt sick.
Okay.
Six is just enough for me. I guess I could eat the
Okay.
12 and just I'm gonna die anyways. But
Do you
though
like to put like the sauces on yours or no? You like them plain?
I like lemon or like a vinegar, but I can eat them plain.
Hmm. Mine would be the pizza from Dos Cabezas and a glass of the rosé.
That is really good pizza.
Hmm. Best
Next
pizza of all
question.
time. Next question. Um, have you ever played hooky or snuck out of your house?
Oh God, I still have dreams that like that I didn't really graduate from high school. They're gonna tell me that it was my diploma wasn't valid because I missed so much school. Like I ditched as soon as I had a car, I ditched all the time. And then the security guards were my homies, so they would legit move the car and park it so that I could just sneak out, or I would come back to school. Like I would always leave for lunch. We didn't have open campus, but I would leave for lunch almost every day and like I just toss them the keys. Like I'd park illegally, toss them the keys, or run to class, and they would just move the
Qué
car for me.
traviesa. You had ballet at school? You
Well,
had ballet at school?
we didn't, but the security guards me hacían el paro. It's funny because I ran
Okay.
into one like a couple years ago. He looks exactly the same when he worked there. I don't think he recognized me. I didn't say hi or anything, but it brought back all those memories. And it's not like I gave him anything or money or anything. They were just like cool.
Homies.
There was two of them, yeah. They were younger. I mean, they weren't like high school age, obviously, but they were like probably in their early 20s. But yeah, I ditched
Traviesa.
a lot. I ditched a lot.
I can honestly say I've never ditched ever, or ran out of the house because I mean, I lived in San Luis. Where would I go? And then with you, when I lived with you, pues, mm-mm.
No, yeah, I never snuck out of the house because that was impossible. Like, I'm pretty sure if I thought I could get away with it, I would have tried. But ditching, because in school, so they were really strict with me. I wasn't allowed to do shit. So, school hours, they assumed I was at school. So, if I could do some shit, it was going to be during school hours. And I had to go to so many Saturday schools. I had to write excuses that I stole from the dental office. Like,
Have
it
you ever
was
gotten expelled or suspended?
never. I never got in trouble in
I've
school.
gotten suspended.
Yeah, you almost didn't graduate, bitch. You almost didn't walk the line. You
Hmm.
were gonna graduate, but you almost didn't walk the line.
Hmm. Should we save that one for childhood trauma or drama?
Well, we'll say that for childhood trauma or drama, yes, because that's a
I
longer
didn't
one.
almost walk the line, but I did. But I did.
But you did.
For getting caught cheating, but that's a whole nother. I was a big cheater. Big cheater. I was one of those que esculcaba desks and shit. Anyway,
Anyways,
if you collab, okay, this one I wrote it out because like you know how the Kardashians have a crumble cookie collab right now.
mm-hmm.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you had a collab with crumble cookie, what would your cookie flavor be?
Um, dark chocolate peanut butter.
Mm.
That's easy because I just love that combo. That's like my favorite. ¿Tú?
Mine would either be a chocolate chip sea salt because that's my one of my favorite cookies,
Boring.
but like
But what? How
flaky
would you
sea
make it
salt, like
special?
like I
Like
would
from the
love it.
Maldives salt, sea salt?
Yes, like algo bien mamón, like you can only find that salt in like Africa or some shit.
Okay. I thought you were gonna
Um,
say like some kind of snickerdoodle because I thought that was your favorite
that's my favorite
cookie.
cookie, snickerdoodle. Yeah, but the
Sometimes
first
you
one that
think
came up to
I
my
thought I knew you, bitch. Guess not.
you thought
I thought. Sometimes you think you know a sister, but
you don't.
she hits you with
How
the
many
sea
minutes in
salt.
are we? Just so I know how many more questions.
28.
Okay, how many more questions do you want?
Let's do shoot for four more. 4 to 5.
Have you ever been arrested or kicked out of a club?
No, absolutely not. Thank God.
I've been kicked out of not of a
You've
club,
been
but a
kicked
bar.
out and you've been kicked out and they haven't let you into a club. And it wasn't even a nice club.
Oh, that's
Like
another one. No, I
because you
wasn't
were
thinking of that one. Okay, you
oh
can say that one, and then I'll say the one that I thought of.
so we were in Valle. We did like the whole like winery. We went to a bunch of them. And there's if you've been to Valle, Kings and Queens, Kings and Queens is more like the more chill. I don't want to say ghetto, but like the more it's not as like stuffy. I don't know. Well, anyways, it's not like it's like a there's not a dress. I
Not
don't
a wine
know.
tasting. It's a club.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a bar. Well, anyways, that was the last stop, and they saw her and Bianca, our friend. They were so drunk that the security guard told them not to let us in, all of our group, because they were already drunk. And I was like, I never not
I'm
been let into
fine.
a place, and it wasn't even like a nice place. That was the embarrassing part. It
Wait,
wasn't
so
even like
technically, I didn't get kicked out
you didn't you because they didn't
because
even
I
let
didn't
you
even go
in.
in.
That's worse than getting kicked out. Like they saw you and they're like immediately no. Immediately no. And it was late. Like it wasn't like early. It wasn't Yeah, that was, and then we go walk back to the car, like walk of shame. And there was a big group of us, but they didn't let any of us in, and they told us straight out because you and Bianca were too drunk.
They
Fun
they
times.
didn't want us in there. We're gonna be too much of a good time.
No, I'm pretty
Their
sure
luck.
that was God's will because you and her were probably a liability. I'm pretty sure that would have been my in jail story.
Well, the one that I thought of when it popped up to my head is when I was in college, and we went to a bar, and they just straight up told me like they were doing our ID check, and they're like, "You're a liability." And I remember I was like, "No, I'm not." But I couldn't even look at him in the eye. I'm pretty sure que estaba más visca que la chingada. Like, no, I'm not a liability. And I remember another friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to respect his privacy. He was a liability too. And they asked him like, they had his ID, and they're like, "What year were you born?" And like he couldn't even answer because he was that drunk. He was like, "Oh shit!" Like they caught me off guard.
It's too much
So that's the
math.
one that I thought of. Like they didn't even let us in.
Yeah, that hasn't happened
So
to me.
technically, we
Thank
have
God.
never gotten kicked out. Just not
You
allowed
just have,
in.
I think that's worse. I really think that's worse. Next question.
Have you ever skinny dipped?
Yes. Everybody knows you've skinny dipped. I think they've all
Okay,
even
but
seen.
no, but you say
Yeah,
yours.
yes. Well, just like in my own pool with my husband.
Ay, qué friquitona mi hermana. What if someone could peek over?
Oh, they can. They can peek over.
I've skinny
It
dipped,
was
like,
like during quarantine, COVID, when everybody was bored out of their minds. Like I feel like it was like a free
where
for
was
all.
all that? Where was all that?
Probably asleep, I hope, or maybe at Nani's house. I don't remember. But I feel like nothing like that counts. Like if you're drinking at
No,
7 a.m., it's all like that was like the Wild Wild West.
I've skinny dipped twice. The first time I skinny
Only?
dipped, I was sick. Yeah, but I remember.
Oh, you're skinny dip. Yes, when she turned 16, I threw a pool party for her. We were living in this gated community. This is before I bought this house. They have a
A
clubhouse.
community pool.
It's like a community pool, and I had a little tea party for her in her little high school
The
where you
theme.
you guys were freshmen, I think, like a little and those cute with their little hats. And it was me and Ever hosting. My mom was there for a bit and then she left. And then it became like after hours. I don't know what happened. We went to go walk to put stuff away and I come back. Y están bichis. I have these high school girls skinny
No
dipping in the
alcohol. No
community pool.
alcohol
No
in our
alcohol.
systems.
No alcohol whatsoever. Skinny dipping in the community pool that when you drive by, it's right by the entrance of it. So everybody that comes into the community would drive by there. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail. I could have gone to jail then. And the worst part is Ever was like, hey, like I'm gonna go back to the house. And I'm like, why? Help me clean up. And he's like, no. Yeah, he's the one that told me that you guys were naked in the pool. He's like, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, okay. No
So that's
alcohol,
why
freshmen, little girls. You were turning 15. I think you were turning 15.
it's because the thing is, people think I need alcohol to get like wild. Like
No,
I don't need no alcohol in my system. Like
she's naturally pirata.
crazy. Um,
Okay, what's the
the
next
second one I
question?
thought about was
Oh,
the second skinny dip incident was me and Elias when we first started dating.
and
We went
Bianca.
to San Carlos.
Was it
Bianca
you
skinny
did
dip.
you guys skinny dipped in Valle? It was you,
We
Elias,
we
and
weren't
Bianca.
naked. No, we weren't naked.
I think you guys were
Nobody
topless.
got naked. Nobody got
Someone
naked.
was
And
topless. I'm pretty sure Bianca was
Bianca,
topless.
after we got out of the pool, Bianca was very cold because her clothes was very wet, so she just started stripping, but it wasn't skinny dipping.
Okay.
She just
What
stood by
was
the fire naked.
okay, what was your San Carlos story in the ocean?
Oh, Santi's waking up. But we're almost done. Yeah, so San Carlos in the ocean. It was boat. We were on the boat. It was midnight. Not even
And
midnight.
you
It was
calling
after a
me
wedding. It was like 2 in
friquitona?
the morning. Huh?
And I'm the friquitona?
It was like 2 in the morning. We come back from the wedding into the boat, and we got way skinny dipped in the ocean. Now I think about, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Me voy a agarrar un pinche shark.
In the dark,
Bishi.
solos. Yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
a next question.
Last question. Last question because ya se despertar mi baby. What is it? Um, Two more questions. What music would you like to be played at your funeral? Name a song. Name a song.
Frank Sinatra, My Way. That's my funeral. So I've already said this. You should know this. You're in charge of my funeral if I go first.
Do you want to get cremated?
Yes. Melissa.
Or do you want us to keep your ashes?
Yeah, I want you guys to keep my ashes. I want you to take me everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
What song would I want? I haven't thought about it. What would be a good song?
Gasolina.
That's a good one.
Ya
But
le
like
puse la
slow,
gasolina. But
like
like
acoustic.
instrumental. Yeah, like with violins.
Acoustic.
Yeah, I'll
Uh-huh.
write that down. Last
Last
question.
question, tell me a joke.
Oh, I hate jokes. I don't hate jokes, but I'm not a joke person.
What's the first one that popped into your head?
What? I don't know. That's a dumb one. I don't. Next question. Let's skip
I'm
that
gonna say
one.
mine, my favorite
No,
one.
no, I don't want to hear it.
Because you already know.
Probably go. Go.
Porque el tamal se fue al
My
hospital.
God, I knew it. Why, Melissa? Why? Tell the
Porque está
people.
malito. Porque está malito.
That's her favorite joke ever.
That's gonna
Can
be
we?
like my
Let's.
old mom.
I'm gonna write that on your tombstone.
Porque el
Let's do
tamal fue al
another
hospital.
question because I'm not ending this podcast on that joke.
On that note,
No.
okay, let me see. Um, do you want to ask a question?
No, you're the one with the list. I don't have a list.
I'm pretty much done.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, then we'll wrap it up. Thanks for the
Did you
idea,
like this?
sis.
Did you
Um,
did you like this? Was it
I think
fun?
so. I don't know. Let us know if you like this. I don't know how I feel about this segment. I did learn something new. I don't remember what it was, but it was something when I told you you think you know your sister, but I don't, and I don't remember. But okay, guys, thank you for listening. Let me know if you like this segment because I'm not too sure about it. Like I said, we're still testing out what we're going to do and our content. But thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to all those thingies. Bye. Oh, yeah, let my sister tell her not to